Hey there, Beaver Bunch. My name is Marie, and I'm coming at you from the Great Northwest. First, I want to say I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. I was really sad to see Tina go. However, on the flip side of the coin, I'm kind of excited because it gives us all a chance to hang out with you guys. So, I guess the first thing I'm going to do is answer your questions. The first question you had was, who do I have a crush on? And let's just say the list is pretty long. But if I had to pick the person that's going to be on the top, it would be a local musician to my area. Her name is Autry. And she is kind of like this really great mix of like punk, folk. I don't know, it's just really eclectic, but she's awesome. Anyway, she gave me her CD after she booked a gig at Pride this last year, and I think the reason that she's at the top of my list is because I'll be driving in my car down the streets in Portland and listening to her music, and sometimes the quality of her voice just, I mean, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my god, I could do it right now, like right this second, to the sound of your voice. Anyway, hotness. So, Audrey, if you ever listen to this, it's more of a friend crush. I love your music, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, so the second question was, when did I figure out that I was queer? I didn't come out as gay until like my late teens, but I have been queer since day one. Well, I'm not sure day one, but you know what I mean. My earliest memories of like making out with a girl and playing doctor and stuff was about 2 to 3 years old, and I did that for like 4 or 5 years. I didn't even really know that boys existed, other than to like make mud pies with, until I started watching TV and seeing, whoa, boys are supposed to be with girls and girls are supposed to be with boys. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's funny to look back now because I did date guys for a really long time and go, whoa, okay, that early game of doctor with the next door neighbor should have been a little bit of a clue as to my sexuality. Anyway, I guess hindsight's 2020. Uh, yeah, so I guess that's when I kind of first figured out that I was, sexually queer or whatever. Some of the stereotypes. The third question was like stereotypes that bother us, and there are so many about our community. I think that the rest of the world is kind of freaked out by us still. Like we're still really not as mainstream as we could be, and so that's a little bit scary for the rest of the world. And they try to like shove us into their boxes, and to make us more safe to think about and talk about and that sort of thing. So there's a lot surrounding our community, but I think the one inside our community that bothers me the most is the like butch femme discussion. And I think the reason it bothers me is because I'm really androgynous. I mean, I can get dressed up in a skirt and go out to the clubs, but I can also get my polo and my man shorts on and go fix my car. And I'm really down the middle. Like I don't really lean either way. So it really irritates me when people, both straight and gay, try to, shove anybody, but especially like me or androgynous people, into one section or the other, either butch, more masculine, or more feminine. And, that's really irritating. It's like, why can't I just be me and not have to worry about the roles that you want to put me in? I think it's a great example of the polarization of our society and how everything has to be one extreme or another, Republican or Democrat, black or white, hot or cold, straight or gay, butch or femme. Like everything has to be polarized. And I think that's something that we as a society face, but especially within the LGBTQ community. So yeah, that was probably one that bothers me the most, is trying to shove us into that either masculine or feminine role. Yay, gender benders. Anyway, okay. Your last question was one do or don't for your first time. I think mine is a do. And I think one of the most important do's for your first time is to ask questions. And what I mean by this is like ask your partner what they like, ask what you should do next, ask where you should go next. I mean, I think communication is really key in any relationship at any point for any length of time, but especially with your like first time, your first relationship, like the first time you do the naughty. You should really like you should really be able to talk to that person and see what they really like. And I mean, it's not going to make you seem like you don't know what you're doing. It's not going to make you seem any less capable. I mean, obviously, if they know it's your first time, it's not going to like rock their world. So, like, be secure in yourself enough to be able to ask questions and get that feedback from your partner. That's pretty important. At least I've found that's pretty important. So anyway, okay, that's the end of your guys' questions. I really hope you guys find what you're looking for. And I guess I'll see you around the next time. Thanks, Beaver Bunch. Have a good day.